Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Shelly's Millions. In today's video, I want to go over a couple of the updates and the language used in the EDD news release and on their FAQ regarding the LWA, Lost Wages Assistance Program, which is the program that adds the extra $300 in unemployment benefits to our payments. There is some wording in both of those documents that has me a little bit concerned, and I want to share that with you guys. My intent in sharing my concerns with you is never to scare you or to have clickbait or anything like that. It's simply because I want my viewers to be prepared in case things don't quite work out as you had hoped, and to provide any clarification where there may have been some questions. So that is my intent. I don't want to worry anybody, but I want all of you guys to be prepared. I'm not a professional, so of course I will link the articles that I am referencing in the description down below. The first thing that I want to address is the date of September 7th being the starting date for when the EDD could start to send out payments from the LWA program. Now, if you've been watching my channel, you know that September 7th is the holiday, and I actually don't think that they will release payments to anyone right on the 7th. Now, they could, but what generally tends to happen on a holiday weekend is, for whatever reason, there seem to actually be a little bit more delays. Our payments tend to say pending longer before they switch to paid. And that's normal as long as it doesn't exceed 72 hours that it says pending. But I would be really surprised if we actually got any kind of boost on the 7th. Now, in a press conference that Gavin Newsom did on Wednesday, September 2nd, he actually said by September 10th is when we'd have those payments. Now, he didn't say we'd have those payments on September 10th. He said by September 10th. And I think that's more realistic. But in the EDD news release from Thursday, September 3rd, the EDD says it will take a couple of weeks to get all these retroactive payments issued. And a lot of people have actually been confused about retroactive payments. Yes, we're going to get paid starting the week of September 7th, but that is for the period, the 3-week period, covering July 26th through August 15th. So that's another thing. It does look like at least these initial payments will only be covering 3 weeks, $900. Now, I do think that California has applied for week 4 and 5, and Arizona has been paid for all 5 weeks. I think those are all very good signs that we will at least see 2 more payments, but there has been no word so far as to when we would get those next 2 weeks of payments. So, but again, I'm very concerned because they said it will take weeks to roll out those retroactive payments. So I think it's very possible that some people will start to get payments this coming week, but that many more of us will still be waiting for more weeks. And that's just for phase 1. So now we're on to my concerns for phase 2. Again, people on phase 2 are people who have not already certified that the reason that they're unemployed is directly related to a COVID-19 reason. So I guess kind of in late March is when they started adding that question to the initial form that you fill out when you file. When I was unemployed March 13th because the governor shut us down, that question was not on there, at least not in a way that made it clear that I needed to choose it. I think when I applied, there was a drop-down menu that said, were you unemployed due to a disaster? But again, it listed fire, flood, earthquake. And so I was thinking natural disaster. I didn't check the drop-down menu, but apparently there was something where you could have checked pandemic. I did not check that. And then if you applied later in March, The question about being laid off due to COVID was much more prominent and much more obvious that you needed to choose that. But when I filed, it wasn't. So that puts me in phase 2. And what they have said regarding phase 2 is that they will start to send out the self-certification form that we're going to need to fill out to tell them that we're unemployed due to a COVID-19 related issue. That form will be sent out starting September 15th. So it doesn't even necessarily mean that everyone will get that form on September 15th. That's just when that form could start to go out. Your original reason for being unemployed doesn't have to be due to COVID. That just needs to be the reason why you're still out of work. So that could be that you've been applying for jobs like crazy, but no one's hiring because they're reducing their staff because they don't need as many people due to COVID-19. So it doesn't need to be related to your initial unemployment claim. You just have to self-certify that the reason why you're unemployed now is due to COVID-19. I haven't seen the questions on that, on how it will exactly be worded, because that hasn't gone out yet, but you do just need to certify that the reason why you're currently unemployed is due to COVID-19 once that form is available. Now this part is more of a guess on my part, but if the certification isn't even being sent out until September 15th, we're still gonna need time to mail that back or certify it online, and then they're going to need to receive that paperwork, process that paperwork, update our claims, and then get us paid. So I'm expecting phase 2 to take quite a bit of time to roll out. So I hope that they're able to process it a little bit faster, but I'm not exactly holding my breath that that's how it's gonna happen. Now, here's the part that really concerns me if you are part of phase 2. You need to check your UI online account. You need to be watching your text messages, and you need to be checking your mail very carefully because they need that form back really quickly. And here's what it says on their FAQ about that. So on the EDD website under LWA FAQ, it says, EDD will send a time-sensitive self-certification notice in the mail or to your personal email. Complete as soon as possible. You might not receive LWA payments if you respond late. I think you guys can see why I would be so concerned about that. So there's no definition by the EDD of what late would mean. There's no time frame that we need to get it back. So get it back as soon as possible because you don't want to miss out on getting the payment. And I think the reason why they have to say that, why there's the possibility if you respond late that you wouldn't get paid, is basically once the funds are gone, they're gone. If they don't receive your certification, your self-certification that you're still unemployed due to a COVID-19 related reason, and they issue payments to everybody else and FEMA doesn't have any more money, then possibly there wouldn't be any money left to pay people in phase 2. So please, please, please be on the lookout from the text, UI online messages, and your mail to make sure that you get that certification back as quickly as possible. And of course, as soon as I get that certification, I will update you guys. I will share what the wording in that certification is, and I will make another video and I'll let you guys know how I sent it back, if I sent it back in the mail, or if I was able to do it online, because those things we don't know right now, but I do not like that wording. You might not receive LWA payments if you respond late. That is so messed up. And that's right from the EDD FAQ. And of course, I'm going to link that in the description down below. And the stock market's down again today, but that's not going to stop me from sharing my Webull link with you guys. If you use my referral link in the description down below, now the promotion is you get 1 free stock, but it could be valued anywhere between $800 and $1,600, and that's after you make an initial deposit of $100. I don't have any more information for you today, so have a great, safe Labor Day weekend. Let me know in the comments down below as soon as you get your $300. I'm hoping it's fast for all of us, and I will see you next time.